have an insatiable thirst for books. Look how thick it is. Apparently this took him 10 years to write. I am a Harry Potter freak. I'm doing a really bad job summarizing this. Hello. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. Or welcome back. Hate intros, I never know what to say. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, I am doing a video that I've been really excited about for a while, and it's something that has been highly requested from you guys. For those of you that don't know, I am a huge reader. I am basically reading at all times in my life. Like, if I'm reading before bed and I finish a book, I will automatically start a new one before I even go to sleep. I have an insatiable thirst for books that I just can't get enough of. Total bookworm. Anyways, so I've done a bunch of work with Indigo, as they are just the best store in the whole world. I honestly think they are my favorite store to go into. Not any like fashion, beauty, any of that, just Indigo. So I partnered with them to talk about my top 5 favorite books. This was kind of hard to narrow down, I would say. And I realized that a lot of my picks are actually from Heather's picks. So Heather is an actual person. She is what they call their chief book lover. And she reads a ton, obviously, and always recommends really, really good books. And I realized that I think 4 out of my 5 are Heather's picks. So Indigo does a really good job of organizing their books into like categories and lists. So they'll have like new books, bestsellers, Heather's picks, staff picks. I just feel like it's an easier way to shop, because walking into a bookstore can be very overwhelming if you like don't have something specific that you're looking for. Okay, before we get started, give me a follow on Instagram. I am at the August Diaries, and I do a ton of fashion and beauty on there as well. Also, these book picks are subjective, meaning like they're very personal. So I would love to hear what your guys' favorite book or books are in the comments below. Always looking for new reads. Ready. So for those of you that don't know, I am a Harry Potter freak. And I've been reading Harry Potter since I was a kid. I like reread the series almost every year. I just love Harry Potter so much, like deeply, and I really wish that I would have gotten a letter from Hogwarts, but it's fine. Basically, all 7 books are number 1 on my top 5 favorite reads, but I'm going to show you the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix because this is one of my favorites of the 7. Look how thick it is. That just makes me happy. I don't even know what to say. I wouldn't even know how to describe Harry Potter to somebody who hadn't read it, other than it's like the best book ever, the best series ever. So for those of you that don't know Harry Potter, highly recommend that you start reading, figuring that out. Harry is a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. His parents were killed, and he has been living with family, and then he realizes that he is an actual wizard. He didn't know this before. I'm doing a really bad job summarizing this. So he goes to Hogwarts. Just many, many things take place, and there's 7 books, so I'm not going to go into all of them. But I think I really like the 5th book because so much happens, and it's really intense. And it feels a little bit more, I guess, grown up. The 4th book is scary, and I find it to be really sad and kind of like heart-wrenching. So I think that's why I love the 5th book so much. But then also like 6th and 7th is so good. Anyways, I'm going to stop going on and on about this, but Harry Potter has my heart, always and forever. Actually, this is really funny. So when I first met my husband, Andrew, on the first night we met, we like stayed up talking and hanging out till like 3 or something in the morning. And he made a Harry Potter reference, and I got it right away. And I was like, oh my God, I love this man. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was kind of an obscure reference too. So I think he was impressed that I got it, and I was impressed that he made it. That's what makes real love, guys. This is in no particular order. It's just the order that I have them stacked in. So this is number 2, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Apparently this took him 10 years to write, and it is by far the most beautifully written book I have ever read. I cannot even tell you. He pays so much attention to physical details, and his metaphors are amazing, and the way that he paints a picture with words, you can really see it in your mind, and it's such a moving book. It's really amazing. For anyone that doesn't know what it's about, I'm just going to read a summary because obviously I'm not very good at describing what books are about. Also, it's the winner of a Pulitzer. It is about a blind French girl and a German boy whose paths collide in occupied France as they both try to survive the devastation of World War II. And I'm realizing that it's been a few years since I've read it, and I'm really excited to reread it. I love rereading books. It just gives me such a sense of comfort. Number 3, also a Heather's pick, Educated by Tara Westover. For anyone who's read The Glass Castle, I actually think this is better, but The Glass Castle is also a beautiful book. So this is a memoir. This is nonfiction, and I don't normally like nonfiction all that much, although I'm growing to like it more, but she's an amazing writer and she's had an amazing life. Basically, she grew up in a very non-traditional home. Her family kind of discarded all of society's norms like medicine and being in school and a lot of, I guess, safety norms as well. There are some issues with that in the book. She basically doesn't go to school and learns to figure out how to live without the help of anybody else and society. Her and her family are also preparing for the apocalypse. So there's a lot of prep for that. The older she gets, the more she realizes that her family doesn't have to be her only source of education. And so she kind of wanders out into the world. I think I went through it really fast. It was very good. Very, very good. Also, the cover is really good too. Number 4 is Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow. Also a Heather's pick. Also won the Pulitzer Prize. And it is also nonfiction. Ronan Farrow is an investigative reporter. And basically he's the journalist who breaks the Harvey Weinstein story. And the way that he writes the story is entirely factual. All of the dialogue in the book is drawn directly from contemporaneous accounts and records. But the way that he writes the story is quite novel-like. Sometimes I find that nonfiction can be a little bit dry, just the way that it's told, but he's a really good writer and it's really important work. And it talks about the lengths that some people will go to keep something like rape or sexual assault quiet. And the story reads like a movie. You cannot believe some of the things that Weinstein and associates did. Like I said, the novel kind of reads like a spy thriller, but Ronan is also obviously an incredible investigative journalist. And it's also shocking the way that some really large, important companies and corporations can look the other way because of friendship or alliance or fear or whatever. But ultimately, it comes down to these amazing women who've basically risked everything, their whole lives and their safety. They're so afraid to tell the truth. So it's such a good book. I think everyone should read it. I think specifically every man should read it because it is very factual in the way that it describes how women can be harassed, but I'm sure that most women can relate to that to some degree. So, also Ronan Farrow's fiance, John Lovett, was an Obama speechwriter, and he's incredibly funny, smart New Yorker, and he has a podcast that I listen to as well, and I just think they're a really cute couple. Ronan also proposed in one of the edits of his book, which I thought was cute. Good job, Ronan. Last but not least, The Alice Network by Kate Quinn. So 2 women, a female spy recruited to the real-life Alice Network in France during World War I, and an unconventional American socialite who's searching for her cousin in 1947 are brought together in a mesmerizing story of courage and redemption. So it is during the First World War, and they kind of flip back and forth between 2 periods of time as well. It is so good. That's such an inadequate way of describing this book, but she is such a good writer. She really writes in the way that you can't put the book down. It is very much a thriller. There's some violence in it as well. There's a lot of like female courage. And also these women who've done so much in the war are basically forgotten because most people don't know what they've done because it was like a spy network. And so it's nice to read about that. And obviously it's historical fiction, so the story is based on fact. And I thought that's really interesting. Okay, now I need to reread some of those. I usually reread Harry Potter every summer, something that I look forward to most of the year. And I definitely need to reread The Alice Network and All the Light We Cannot See. Obviously, I like historical fiction about war. I don't know why. Anyways, thanks for making it this far in the video. That's a lot of talking. I would love to know what your favorite book or books are. So please leave that for me in the comments below. And subscribe, like, thumbs up. Ring the bell. No, but seriously, ring the bell if you guys want to have a notification when I come out with a new video, just because I know that sometimes it can get lost in the whole YouTube network. Thanks for watching. Bye.